Some more breaking news this morning, this time in our area. Police are looking for the gunman who shot and wounded an off-duty police officer in Queens. Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cranmore is live in Long Island City with the details. Crystal, good morning.
Good morning. Well, we're hearing, according to police, that off-duty officer was shot in the leg, was taken to the hospital, and is expected to be okay. Now, the hunt is on at this hour for two male suspects. I'm going to step out the way. This is where authorities say the shooting took place. You can see that the NYPD crime scene unit is still here. The shooting taking place outside of the Silver Cup studio. Several people that we spoke with thought at first that it was a movie that they were looking at, a movie scene. But we now know, again, from police that an off-duty officer was shot. Now, police rushed to 43rd Avenue and 21st Street around 6:30 this morning after shots rang out near an adult club here on 21st Street. We can see when we first got here, there were several people who were just coming out of the club trying to figure out what exactly happened. Now, nearby, near to where we are currently, there was a green car that our Eyewitness News photographer actually filmed, which had an apparent bullet hole inside of it. Police have been trying to piece together clues, and they've spent much of the morning talking to witnesses, trying to figure out what exactly led to the shooting. Now, also, I mentioned several businesses nearby. Detectives can be seen going into these businesses, trying to look at the surveillance system, again, trying to piece together what happened. Now, we also did speak to one person, too afraid to talk to me on camera, but mentioned hearing the gunshots and described seeing two vehicles. Take a listen.
Green car, one white car, two cars. These people come to over there in the walking. Maybe I don't know. Yes, it is something. Yeah.
It's super Indian. Super Indian. Clearly, he owned the bodega down the street. But I'm starting to be convinced that people would rather not have police, especially in some of these major cities like New York, Chicago, LA. People would rather not have police. They'd rather take out the police instead of work with the police. They'd rather be their own police, their own vigilantes, have their own guns, and do what they want to do out here in these streets, other than just respect the law and let the police do their job. I'm starting to be convinced, and I don't want to think this way because, you know, I like the police. I'm not obviously a fan of the corrupt police, but, you know, for the majority of the police that are out here working in these streets, they're trying to do their job and go home at night. They're not trying to do no crazy stuff out here. You know, they're not trying to be corrupt. They're not trying to shoot a certain race. They're not trying to get into your business, abuse their power. Some of them do. Don't get me wrong. Some of them do. Some of them should have been vetted accordingly, and they weren't. And as a result, we have some wicked cops out there. But I'm starting to be convinced that people just don't want police. They don't want to be policed. They don't want no laws. They don't want no orders. They just want this stuff to be like the Purge. And in my opinion, it's going down a crazy rabbit hole that we really don't want to see. Let me know your thoughts.
They shoot her. They go.
Now, according to authorities, no arrests at this time. We do know that they're looking for two men who were last seen wearing black clothing and blue surgical masks. They did flee the area in an unknown direction at this point, but still very early on in the investigation. We, of course, will stay on top of this as more information develops. That is the very latest here in Long Island City. Crystal Cranmore, Channel.
It's sad, man. Honestly, I'm really starting to be disappointed too in a lot of people. With their actions out here in these streets. It's like people don't want to just be good people out here. There's a bunch of regular people, obviously. There's a bunch of people that are just doing their everyday thing. They're minding their business, staying out of trouble, respecting the law, going to work, doing what they got to do to be productive, contributing to society. And then you have the negative side of these people. Certain people, a smaller group, but still, you know, a small group can do a lot of damage. They are affecting the people in such a negative way. They're affecting the world in such a negative way that they are literally destroying it from the inside out. Literally destroying it. And again, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because you feel like at a point in time you start realizing like, dang, is me being this way in vain? Like, am I supposed to be this way? Am I supposed to think this way? Or should I be out here thinking like them, these savages? And should I be out here doing what they doing? Now, obviously, I'm not going to put myself in that position because, you know, I got greater things to do in life. And I'm sure you do too. But it's really, really sad to see certain people, a small fraction of people that are out here just really risking their lives, doing some wild stuff out here in these streets, and they not even caring nothing about what the police got to say about it, what the government got to say about it, what the law got to say about it. They probably don't even care what their own parents got to say about it, which tells me that there's clearly a huge lack of parenting in the United States, a huge lack of it. And I really want y'all to question yourselves. I really want y'all to look yourselves in the mirror, especially those that feel like their kid is out of control. What could you do better? How can you prevent your son from dying in the streets? How can you prevent your son from getting this gun and starting a war with another guy on a different block that they think that they own the block, even though they rented an apartment complex? They think that they own the street. What can we do better? What could you do better? How can you prevent your son from being in this situation? I was raised in the hood. I know plenty of people that was raised in the hood. And once we got out the hood, we didn't look back. And we also did not bring those tendencies with us. Now, do I feel like I got to watch over my back? Not at all. Do I feel like I have to defend myself constantly? Not at all. Maybe against the YouTube comments, but really in real life, there's no smoke. There's no smoke. And I love living my life like that. I don't want to be having to worry about somebody following me home. I don't want to be worrying about someone trying to take me out because they don't like me, or we have beef, or they think that they own the block and my block is warring with their block. I'm good, respectfully. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below. New York, the crime has gotten better, but unfortunately, there's so much people in New York that it really, honestly, it really isn't making a difference, even though the crime has gotten better. But let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below. New York, there's always something happening in y'all streets, and we praying for y'all, man. Until next time, it's your boy Dgotsauce. Peace. Shout outs to today's sponsor, the Snacks.shop. They have a variety of snacks, and I'm telling you right now, guys, they smack. All right, this is my third bag. All right, third bag. Thank you for everything you guys sent to me from the Snacks.shop. I appreciate y'all care package. Today's sponsor, make sure you guys go check them out. They have some dope snacks, and I can't lie, man, it's busting. I'm going to get some more of these, I promise you. These are the Korean chicken, like literally. Check out their website. Go cop something, man. Let them know that Dgotsauce sent you. And thank you again to today's sponsor, the Snacks.shop.